Hey, have you noticed how much the news media seems to be affecting real life lately?
Absolutely. It's hard to ignore. The way they cover certain issues can really shape public opinion and even influence decision-making.
Totally. I mean, think about the recent election. The way different news outlets portrayed the candidates definitely had an impact on how people perceived them.
Definitely. Depending on where you got your news, you might have had a completely different view of the candidates' policies and actions. It's like we're living in different realities based on the news sources we follow.
And it's not just politics. The media's coverage of social issues can really drive conversations and sometimes even lead to real-world actions. Remember the protests last year? The news played a huge role in spreading awareness and mobilizing support.
Oh, absolutely. The news can amplify voices and highlight injustices that might have otherwise gone unnoticed. But at the same time, they can also sensationalize certain events, which can create fear and panic.
That's true. I've noticed that sometimes news outlets focus on the most shocking or dramatic aspects of a story rather than providing a balanced perspective. And that can lead to misconceptions and irrational reactions.
Right, and it's not just about what they cover, but also what they choose not to cover. The media has the power to shape the public agenda by deciding which stories get attention and which ones don't.
And let's not forget about the echo chamber effect. People tend to consume news from sources that align with their existing beliefs, which can reinforce those beliefs and create divisions.
Definitely, it's like a feedback loop. And with the rise of social media, misinformation spreads so quickly. Even if a story is later debunked, the initial impression can stick in people's minds.
So, what can we do about this? How do we navigate through the media's influence and make informed decisions?
It's a challenge, but I think it starts with being critical consumers of news. We should seek out diverse sources, fact-check information, and be aware of our own biases.
Agreed. And maybe we should also encourage media outlets to uphold higher journalistic standards, prioritize accuracy over sensationalism, and provide a more balanced view of events.
Definitely. It's a complex issue, but if we stay aware of the media's influence and actively engage with news in a thoughtful way, we can hopefully mitigate some of its negative impacts on real life.
Absolutely. It's all about being mindful of how the news shapes our perceptions and being proactive in seeking out a well-rounded understanding of the world around us.